Hey, welcome back. In this video, we're going to tune Mike's Evo, so come along. Yeah, so we're actually finally on the dyno. I'm pretty excited. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of little stuff that happens here. We did a lot of street tuning the other day to kind of alleviate some of the stuff, but it's going to need a lot. Pump gas, E85. I'm just excited that it's actually finally here, because this is one car that, once this is done, I can not worry about it as much. There's still other stuff that needs to be done to the car, but nothing that needs to be addressed like now. Because I gotta finish this car, I gotta finish Tony's car next weekend, and then ideally I get some work done on my cars. But we're gonna strap this thing down, we'll talk to Mike, we'll talk to Derek, see what we're thinking here today, and go from there. You ready for your tuning, Mike?
Yes, sir. Today's the day.
Where the fuck?
What'd you forget?
Somebody stole the fans.
Oh. We should probably help him find some fans.
Yes.
What's your plan of attack for what you're gonna do?
First, get on there, make sure the car's settled, then just get familiarized with fuel table, what's going on there, see if I need to make any changes in some, weirder loading areas, and then start playing with the boost control and the higher parts of the fuel table, and get a good baseline, not perfect on pump, because it sounds like he's going to run E mainly, just for the sake of time. Just make sure it's good on pump, not optimized. And we'll throw some ethanol in it and start pushing more boost. See how that goes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the nice thing about the pump gas is, we can always go back and just do like a little bit of street tuning with that if we have any issues. So I think that's pretty much where we're gonna start for now, and then go from there. So the car is definitely getting warm on the dyno when we're loading up each individual cell. That stuff doesn't really matter too terribly much for what we're doing today. Instead of that, we're just going to start doing power pulls. Probably 3,000 to 6,000 is what we're going to start with. I think Derek says probably going to rev this thing out to 75, 8. But we're going to start here and do like probably a first pull and go from there. Like I said, we got to get the cooling system figured out on this though, because it's a problem, It's what it is. How'd it go so far on pump gas?
Decent, but we got too small a radiator for this thing, so had to space out the pulls. Doesn't have a lot of heat capacity. Pump gas is going good. We made upped it by 50 horsepower at the wheels from where we were at, so that's pretty good percentage gain. And it's real safe, really rich. Didn't add any timing. It probably could use some looking at the numbers, but we're just gonna leave it there and throw in the E and then try to make the real power.
Yeah, like I was talking with Mike, doing a lot of horsepower on pump gas just doesn't really make sense, especially we don't want to be here all day either. He thought it was plenty good before on 18 pounds and 14 pounds, and we're on like 20 now, so it's plenty on what it is. So we're gonna put the corn in and go from there. First E85 pull, you ready?
Yes, sir. Fun time. going great. We just switched and did our first E85 pull. It's definitely got a big change from just pump, but that was kind of our plan, to have much more power in the 85 and just nice drivability for the pump. So I'm excited to see what develops out of this. You know, we're just getting into it, so I'm excited.
Yeah, so Derek set up the boost maps for ethanol and everything right away, and come to find out he forgot that he did that. So the first pull was a little spicier than we intended. It hit our target boost, and he comes up to me, he's like, hey, we're running out of fuel. I'm like, that's not possible. There's no way we're running out of fuel at 20 PSI. You know, we're looking at the injector pressure differential and the injector duty cycle, and yeah, it shows we're running out of fuel. Come to find out, yeah, we were doing 29 pounds of boost, which we had talked is probably about the most that fuel system was capable of and everything. So we're gonna bump up the fuel pressure a little bit to kind of just compensate, but we're not gonna go for any more boost than that. Once that's all done, it's just adding timing, and then we'll be done. Running out of fuel. We're going to turn the boost way down, and we're going to kind of ramp up until we get to about 90% duty cycle. The fuel pump's just too small in this setup, so we're trying to figure out what to do there. If we can get to 90%, we'll add some timing and see what kind of power we make. Yeah, keep you guys updated. Well, we're calling it short today. Even turning the boost down, we're running out of fuel, running out of fuel, running out of fuel. There's a possibility that the fuel filter might be plugged. We have no way to do anything with that today. So I'm gonna replace the element on that, and then I'm gonna get together with Derek, and we're just gonna do like a street hit to see. If that all works good, then we'll try and figure out how to get back on the dyno with a couple things. Not the way we want this weekend to go, but you know, that's why we put those kind of sensors in, so that way we don't have those problems. What do you think it is?
Not enough fuel.
Well, yeah.
My guess is, I guess it's either going to be the fuel filter, or it's going to be in the tank. Possibly voltage. Like there's so many. It's a.
My gut's telling me.
We got to go down the list.
My gut's telling me the fuel filter's plugged. I've had those same problems, and they reared their head with the 85. So that's where my gut is going. Well,
yeah, especially when we filled the tank all the way up. With ethanol that gets it all nice and clean. Oh. Oil.
yeah,
Where's that fuel?
no. Well, we're on the side of the road. Based on what Mike's telling me, I'm 99% positive that fuel filter's plugged. My car did the exact same thing. AEM, or the wideband went full lean, chugging, not wanting to stay running. Yeah, so we're waiting for a tow. Hey, we're not far from home though, so that's all that really matters right now. But yeah, cool. All right, so we got Mike's car back to the shop after it broke down yesterday. I'm gonna hook up my laptop. I want to see if I can get a fuel pressure reading on it before I pull the fuel filter out. Just kind of see if it's reading low like I think it is. No point in really going too far into it if it's reading fine, you know. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and I'll probably, if it is low, I'll pull the filter out and we'll see what's going on there. Well, the plug definitely fixed the charging system, so we're gonna go for a drive, check our injector pressure differentials, and see if we're still running out of fuel. I'm hoping that's all it is. Yeah, we'll go for a drive here and see. All right, so yeah, after the test drive, our injector pressure differential is back where it should be. So That means we definitely were running out of fuel based on the alternator not putting out the right voltage, which is kind of, looking back, well, you know, makes sense. There's some more things we need to do before we get back on the dyno though. We need to, for sure, figure out the cooling system. Like that's a problem, especially, you know, more boost equals more heat equals overloading the cooling of the car even more. But I think what our plan is, I gotta talk to Mike yet, it's probably gonna be to street tune the car this year. That way it's okay, cool, it's good, you can drive it, enjoy it. Over winter, figure out the cooling system, because it's not gonna be cheap. Like the couple things that I found don't look terribly good, I guess you can say. So what we'll end up doing is probably just street tuning it and enjoy it for the rest of the year. But that's actually where I'm gonna leave this video. So if you guys are looking forward to seeing what happens from here on out, let me know, and see you guys next time.